Who are
All right.
we?
What year is it?
So
Yakub!
it's been it's been a little while since we played. Last we left off, you all had just successfully assassinated the Saint of Glory in Alvarez City in a big, glorious battle where there were some unfortunate casualties on the side with Mr. Tenellis just blasting everybody's family members into oblivion.
Blow up a fucking ballroom, and only the
Oh,
important
that's
people
right.
die.
Now she's like, oh yeah,
Jacques'
I'm
wife
angry.
Oh yeah, I
died.
remember now.
Elijah's family died, save for
Yeah.
his uncle who's in
I got
prison.
bullied by a whirlwind.
Yep.
If your
We
family's
we
so important,
bullied
they'd
a
have more
crippled
HP. That's all
saint
I'm
in
saying.
his
were
prosthetic
really
leg.
ableist.
Yeah, I mean, he really had it coming though. Like,
Yeah.
That was very ableist behavior of us guys.
Look, he was a pretentious a-hole.
Not
did you
his
guys-
murder. The
what did you-
jokes.
what did you accomplish?
What?
An old man and a cripple.
Yeah.
We
So
have
just
killed an
saying
old
you
man.
That
all-
man has never stood for anything in his life.
I mean, he did stand before there was an unfortunate accident, as
I
you all learned as
and
well.
then he tried to stand again, and I did trip attack. I remember that.
You did trip him over and over again.
And then we cooked him in his suit.
Yep.
We bullied the shit out of him.
hmm
Maybe someone should curse us with like I don't know, legs don't work.
We've been cursed.
You mean
There's
polio?
time cancer. It
Yeah,
affected
give us
too
all
much.
polio.
Yeah, the time cancer is still a thing, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Um,
Slightly
So
worse than
9.
polio.
it hasn't.
We're like 30 days out from the event.
Good old
Yep.
big timey C.
Something's gonna happen pretty soon
Something
here.
happens in 30 days.
Your characters don't know this exactly, but there's movement in the aether.
You hope it's a miracle. It's probably not.
My shit of in the wind.
So yeah, but you were successful in your mission, although at something of a cost to your team cohesion, as Elijah was none too pleased about his family being killed by our erstwhile poor Mr. Noctum, because he wanted to do it himself, not because they were dead specifically, but because he wanted to do it himself. And so they actually did end up coming to
That's a lot of
blows.
knowledge.
And then
Only-
Isabella
Now the-
threatened his wife.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember. Did he threaten your wife?
yeah, Isabella.
Conceptually.
Yeah.
It was
Isabella
like
threatened
it was
my
more
life.
of a time and place sort of thing.
I see.
And
so yeah.
also, I didn't want to murder all 4 of them. That's part of why I'm angry.
Yeah.
See, now it's already gonna be like now I know the reasons. I was like, what the you should have kept that under wraps.
So
Roleplay is gonna be so hard.
yeah.
I think. I don't know.
I was fully on hoping to rescue at least my sister.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
I tried to bring him back. I don't remember how many I brought back.
You attempted to bring back all of them.
Go to hell and we'll go get your sister back. It's fine.
Only his brother Charles accepted the resurrection, and I believe is currently being held in a holding cell.
Aurelia said go to hell. to me.
Aurelia did say go to hell.
Oh yeah.
Well, fuck that bitch anyways. So
Yeah. So in the intervening time, the time that Aerith spent, you've been so focused on preparing and trying to raise these people from the dead, trying to perform literal miracles for your friends, Aerith. I do, in fact, owe you a Frosthold Friday folio, because it's currently day 131, and it
yeah.
released on day 130. So we'll go ahead and we'll
Rain,
get that
sleet,
out.
snow.
you finally get a chance to kick back and see the stories of the day.
And read the newspaper.
Here we go. Here it is.
Boom.
Good job, Sean Wei. So she won. Wait a minute.
Fucking wait, the Feywild holds press conferences?
Yeah, why not?
Motherfucker.
Mhm.
Do not
Yeah.
cross the streams.
It's only a passing reference. I'm sure nothing of importance will come of it.
It won't.
I'm trying to. No, I'm trying to remember what the hell that
do
was.
not I do not like multiverses. There's so much coordination that needs to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
the
aware.
less coordination you have.
I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it.
Look, we
Matt.
take
Hey,
this world and then we
hey,
go deal
very
with
good at
political
it.
problems of the Feywild.
Yeah, seeing you be good at it means that I don't want to do it.
Well, thankfully, Galahadron is very far away and can't help anyone here.
Nope.
Or be helped, really.
Nope.
I don't know who Galahadron is.
Yeah, but in the meantime, it is good that more peoples of the world learn to liberate themselves from the oppressors and fascisti.
I really want to put Owen in Westgate now. That'd be such
He's
a
just
fuck
there.
you.
Confused
I
by
mean,
this
It's just where he lives.
laughter.
No, how dare you? Third, turn to page 3. I want to read page 3.
yeah.
I'm actually
Um,
not reading this because I am in the woods.
You are in the woods, yeah.
He's
You
feeding
won't get back for a
He's
few
feeding the
days.
news to the Gulthias tree.
Oh, I thought you meant because your headphones are wireless and you were just. We were
Out in
taking
the
so
woods.
long to start, you went for a walk in the woods.
No. No, Tenelis and Elijah are both still in the wind because they both jumped out of your spaceship that you used to transport yourselves to and from the
Mhm.
capital so quickly. So they are making their way, not on foot because Elijah can fly and Tenelis can go into a bag of holding and doesn't need to breathe. But they are slowly making their way back to Bateau and will not be back until day 134.
We're doing a rewind, I see.
Rewind.
What was the name of that school where we bullied those children?
What school?
Where all those little magic kids.
The field
I
trip.
certainly don't remember bullying
The
anyone.
Hugoloth kids?
No,
If
but
I found
remember
her!
we were
I
in the
found her!
swamp. What?
Sorry.
What?
So she Wan is the girl. So she Wan is
Yes.
the girl that we saved. Is the girl that I roasty toasted all of her fucking friends for.
And then we killed her parents.
Yeah, then we killed her parents, and I found
Oh,
her. I was reading, I saw the name, and I was like, So she Wan, I know that name. And so I just spent the last 4 minutes scrolling down our 800 named characters, and I found her. I was like, So she Wan, I know that name.
It was gonna drive her insane. She was gonna message us all at like 3 in the morning going, I figured it out!
I figured it out! Because Thur doesn't use Asian names very much, and I remember them. And boom, there it is. Found
Yes.
it.
I assumed it was somebody's Westgate character, so that's I was looking in the wrong place.
No,
think
I
the
scrolled all the way to
only-
the bottom. It's near Tim Silver, which gross, but okay.
Poor girl.
Hello, darling.
Oh, that's gotten worse.
He's melting. He's melting.
He's melting, he's dying!
Quick, someone get the Botox.
Please, someone melt him.
Drinking bleach.
Yeah, she's from Toward University. Okay, yeah, see, I knew it. I feel like, yep, I
Hey,
remember.
Good job.
There you go. So yeah, something
You're
from a
welcome,
long time ago
comrades.
that paid off.
Her mind was open to the wonders of the proletariat.
Yep, looks like it.
All right, well, there you go. There's
I love how I could remember a character that we haven't seen in literally 2.5 years real time, but I could not tell you in our more regular Wednesday game what happened last week.
Last week was a bit
We
of a
went to the
fever
ball.
dream.
Well, you know what I mean, though. It's like every week I'm just like, I have no idea what happened. Sol Shiwan from 2 years ago? Yeah, I know her.
You should know what happened last week. That was a very Aerith-centered reveal.
Anyways,
Not Aerith.
moving on.
Oh
It
my
was.
god, now I'm
It
doing
was?
it. Alina.
Yeah. So yes. So you've gotten some news from abroad, but now you have to return your mind to internal matters. Let's see. So I think Joffrey would have a meeting with you guys. Right. That's Jacques' son's name, right? I know these
Godwin.
characters.
Joffrey was
Godwin.
Joffrey was the
Joffrey's
guy who got killed by
Godfrey.
his dog.
I was-
He got
Joffrey
killed.
was the
Godwin.
confidant who
Other
got
G name.
killed.
I
in the,
remember
Yep.
him.
He got killed in the uprising
Okay.
when the
By
Illithid
his
tried
dog.
to destroy. He got man.
That dog? Marrow. No.
That dog, secretly Marrow.
Here we go. Okay, so Godwin will have a meeting with those of you who are willing to meet with him. I assume that Jacques and Aerith are interested.
Yep.
Tenelis and Elijah are still out in the field. And so that just leaves Isabella. Is
And then
Isabella
we
interested?
was it,
And
then
Minx
Yeah.
as well.
and
So
also
you-
it's like we just for clarification because I remember this too. We sent Arbaz out to Urbana to get
to get Aerith's
Vagabond
son,
Kit
yeah.
Air's son,
Yep.
right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We did send him out. It's only been a few days though, so you haven't heard back.
No, right. I'm just
Yep.
clarifying, making sure.
Did Godwin say what he wanted to meet about?
The general state of Bateau and the county at large. You guys have a whole county to run.
Yeah,
Yep.
Isabel would probably go to that.
Okay. And I assume Minx would also be interested.
Da.
Okay. So yes, so Godwin will gather you together. He's got a little agenda. The first thing he wants to talk about is a report on food security in the capital. There's been a lot of fighting, and there was some sabotage of your food supplies during the betrayal of the Mind Flayers. So the UDDC quartermasters that have been kind of put in charge of all the food are reporting that they think that you have enough food to make it through the winter with some moderate rationing. Villicus, which is only been lightly damaged during the transition of power between the Count and you guys, does have surplus. So the question is, would you want them to transfer food from Villicus to Bateau to alleviate? Basically, you can have either moderate rationing in Bateau and none in Villicus, or mild rationing in both.
Hmm. Dan, this would be a question for
We could potentially
Portier.
alleviate the mild famine.
This would be
in
the question for
Villicus
Annie
by
Portier
using-
to be a part of. I think because we left her in charge in she was in Villaplanche, not Villicus. Shit.
You've got Captain Picard is currently the person who you have in charge of Villicus, just because they're the highest ranked surviving loyal officer who's loyal to you. But that is another follow-up question of who do you actually that's just kind of who defaulted into it. Is there somebody else that you would want to send to run the city, who is an actual administrator / noble / something along those lines?
trying to load the Montalban map, and it is been loading for a hot minute.
Yeah, it got messed up by the
Right.
transition to the portal.
Villicus is the place that was above the hive mind, yeah?
Yeah, it's
that's
the capital.
The capital of the Montalban was Villicus. Yeah, that was the last place that we
Oh, Villaplanche
didn't
was
need
the...
delivery.
Alright, so
I had the
Villicus
same
is the
thing.
large city.
Villaplanche had the mayor that
Yeah, it's
Tantalus
the little
fed
mayor.
his mimic. Annie Portier is in charge there. Villicus was where like Count Blackwood was.
Yep. Okay, alright. I
Um,
think Isabel would just recommend turning whatever nobles that we have prisoner, just using them for food stock.
This is not an ideal
What?
solution. Mostly because
Um,
consumption of the flesh of sapiens is frowned upon in most societies.
yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that idea there, Isabella. It's they already view us uh poorly when it comes to alliances and everything. More information getting out of us just eating our prisoners becomes even more of a problem. And that is also just morally reprehensible.
Do we know how many people we can have cast Goodberry?
I don't know. I don't think that's a reliable thing to
Not
feed
that many.
to like get through the winter with good berries.
I am simply, as they say, spitballing.
I would say that Godwin's estimates take into account any magical resources you would have available like that.
God, I wish Elijah was here. This would be the great input to go. Maybe this is where we throw a Dumont at Villicus that he has contracted, but
I mean, you could discuss that with him when he gets back, certainly.
yep, that would be the thing. Because it would need to be somebody that we either trust or couldn't necessarily betray us.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other thing,
With
what
the various
rank is Picard?
Picard is a captain.
Captain.
Yeah.
With the various national entities who have antagonistic relations with the Empire, are there any who do have a surplus of food who also could manage to send us some of it in a meaningful quantity?
Do you want to ask other counties in the Empire for help?
Does Godwin's numbers also account for any supplies that could be brought in from Allied forces?
That's what I am suggesting.
We have broken the barricade, have we not? Blockade.
The blockade? I don't. I'm trying to remember. Because there was a fleet that was sent downriver towards you that you destroyed. I don't think you've taken any actions against the blockade. You've been getting everything in and out with the submarine.
There.
Which is fine for like people and magic items and like small things, but you're not going to be able to supply the city that way.
And our fleet kind of like after we took out the river fleet, then our fleet got halved by the mind flayer thing.
Yeah. You did manage to salvage basically, I think actually all of the ships from the river though. Because they weren't
very deep, but
they
I
weren't
thought
very
there
deep.
was some other issue with repairing them.
So you are lacking somewhat in crews.
Yeah.
Like you can move them around and get them under basic propulsion and get them into the harbor. The problem is going to be finding sailors to crew them.
Well, starving people are Very open new employment.
Hmm.
You know what'd be crazy is if we had a bunch of crews. But I wonder what happened to them.
We're back on this? I apologized for months.
The sin list remembers.
And there is some other fleet that is approaching us.
We have the Duke heading this way.
That's right. The Archduke of Abrana is coming this way with a fleet.
And how loyal would his sailors be?
Generally pretty loyal.
If he was no longer alive?
I mean, they probably wouldn't join you, but they would definitely leave.
Well, but would they join the remaining royalty of the place, namely the queen?
If the Archduke is gone, would they listen to the Duchess?
Yeah, probably. She would be the next in line as the regent for her son.
That is true, and I would be willing to don that crown again.
I keep forgetting that is the thing.
That I am the Duchess of a whole.
So when it
province.
comes to other people that we know that we could trust, Picard isn't like a logistics person. What about Lieutenant Genevieve Delafosse? The lieutenant that is
I'm checking.
sycophant for me.
Is Villicus not a stronger base of operations for our rebellion than Bateau? It is a larger
Even if
city
we were
with better
in
logistics and in less danger of famine. Could we not locate our main operations there and leave Godwin in charge of Bateau?
That's certainly an option. Since the main problem I think is that you currently are because you know Ubrana is coming by sea and they're the next big.
If moving our base of operations, we would have to do that after the Archduke.
In that case, could we not send Godwin to Villicus?
Yeah, that could work.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
That's an option.
Brother, how would you like to rule a city?
I'm already ruling a city, so.
How would you like to rule a bigger city?
At this rate, I'm going to be in charge. I'm going to be running the county while Father is running around adventuring.
How would you like to run a county?
At least until we hold elections.
Oh, well, if it's only until you hold elections, that should be fine.
But don't worry, I don't think you are excluded from running, and so if you do well, you'd be an excellent first choice.
I don't know. I was thinking about taking up painting again.
There's no reason you cannot do both.
Well, if the people need me, it's what I've been, learning to do my whole life.
And don't forget, if this is done well, then your children can learn painting and poetry, because you will have given them such a life.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to, Godwin.
That's not exactly true. There's probably some things you don't want to do, but you will need to do.
I'm not sure exactly what all the effects that the Count. Anyway. Well, a discussion for another time, perhaps.
The main aspect is if you believe that you have the capacity to take on this task for us while we deal with the Duke, you seem like our best choice.
All right. I'll make ready to travel to Villicus as soon as we're done here.
Perfect.
In the meantime, what were the options for rationing again?
Well, because basically with the food that we have available within the county, right? Barring some outside help, we can either have moderate rationing here in Bateau and none in Villicus, or we can have light rationing in both by sending some food from Villicus to here. So we should have enough, regardless of what decision is made, to make it through the winter, which will be here in just a few days.
I'm sure everyone can guess what my preferred option is.
Light rationing on both
think-
sides.
Duh.
I agree. I also believe that light rationing would be a lot easier.
All right, that's something I can arrange while I'm in Villicus, is
We'll-
sending
I would
food
be
convoys here.
Also send a few of my sparring propagandists to help sell this as a heroic moment for the people of Villicus, outlining their charity and generosity and kindness.
yeah, and I would send the lieutenant with him because she could
All right.
assist with any matters that Godwin might need and also help with the propagandists.
Well, considering how taken they are with the Saint of Compassion, some compassionate charity would fit nicely with that sentiment, I think.
Right.
Question third. When is Granwy set to return?
He is set to return day 149, so in about
Who is set?
2
Who being
weeks.
set to return?
Captain
Granwy.
Granwy.
Who's
The
that?
captain of the Black Earl.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I would prefer to have him here when the Duke arrives.
He should make it. Oh, he's gonna be. It'll be close.
Because Granwy is the one for everyone else, but specifically Minx, who forgets all the time. Granwy is the one who saved me from what is his silly? I made it up. Where is it?
Thalen's Villiers.
Thalen. From Thalen.
Here, I'll show you all. We're getting back into it. We're remembering. Things are starting to come back together.
Yep.
I will say, since I don't think I have said it at this point, even if you are a monarchist, and even if you do need to take up the title of Duchess again for our ends, I should let you know that I will always consider you a true Tavarish.
I appreciate it. It's very kind of you.
Da. It will also be good to let people know in case the people rise up.
True.
Although if you are in charge, would it be the people rising down? He seems very confused by this as a concept. Never mind, this is too complicated. Let us deal with the matters of the county. Do we have more coastal fortifications and cannoneers we can set up for this oncoming fleet?
That's why that's why I asked about Granwy's, because I was hoping he'd return. Having him and his crew, his gun, would be incredibly helpful.
I mean, there are several artillery batteries in the army from the previous battle, and but yes, having another set of experienced sailors to help bring up the experience level of any new ones that we press into service would be very good.
Do you have any awareness if this Duke has weather mages aboard his ships?
Sir, do I?
You probably would know that. I would say, yeah, he probably has one at least. You probably know them personally, actually.
Yes, I know he has a couple. Some of them were sort of, I wouldn't say friends, but
How
acquaintances.
how effective do you think they would be at stopping a small flying vessel from sweeping over the outlying ships of the fleet and hitting them with Molotov cocktails?
Well, you know, correct me if I'm wrong there. But Fallon's is a rather vain man. He would keep his mages closer to his own ship. So I think that might work. Also, have we put any thought to rescuing any of the artillery from the sunken ships off the port?
So the ones that sank in the river came up with their ships. The ones that sank out in the ocean, you guys would have to go and find them. Like that's not necessarily something that your like underlings are equipped to do.
No, that's what I was asking. Is had we? What I meant to say is, have we put any thought into?
I don't think you have, no. So if you have a good idea of how you could delegate that, or if you feel like you want to go and do it yourself, then
I mean, it's like pearl diving, but bigger, and I can breathe underwater. So
It's like pearl diving. It's really easy. Just bring up a few cannons. Nothing major.
I mean, I'm going to speak as Godwin here. If you could swim down, you could tie a rope to the cannons, and then you'd have to have the ship up above, like with a winch to bring them up.
Tow 'em up.
why use a ship when we have a dragon?
Ugh.
Hmm.
Are you quite sure he would be capable of not drowning himself?
Eric?
Listen, he's
I believe in
perfect.
him.
Are you going to tell him the cannons are little duckies that he must rescue?
Yes, I would.
Ugh,
Just go decorate them like little duckies.
Боже мой. This
Listen, you and I
gives
are going to have to talk again, and I poke him in the chest. Not hard. We're going to have to talk again about him. He is not his father, and he's perfect.
perfect. Perfect. I, every time we have this discussion, I suddenly get heartburn.
Sounds about right.
He is.
He's just a baby.
That
Dying.
was a good sound.
If
I hand
he.
him the medieval version of Tums.
It's just chalk, which he eats. If you can conceivably find a way to make sure he does not drown, then I suppose this works. Ugh. I'm going to focus on the other plan, which is setting the fascisti ships on fire. If we can do well with the illusions, I had an idea to set them up to appear to be night witches. I hear humans are particularly suspicious and superstitious about witches of the night.
I hear they're undetected, unexpected.
All of these things.
Hmm.
So, slowly picking away at the edges of his fleet, gathering cannons from the ocean floor using a child. I am going to remind you, you are in favor of child labor at this point. Even if the
I don't
child
make
is
them.
a
That's
century
certainly
or
a
more
strange tract.
old and very large. It doesn't change the fact child is child. Huh?
I'm gonna square my impressive frame and I'm gonna cross my arms and I'll be like, that is not very nice. Minx. I ask him and he never has to do anything he doesn't want to do. But you are correct, I guess. Hate you.
You can hate me all you want. As they say, hate the game, not the player.
I am going to whoop your ass later. I've decided.
Not on the dance floor, you won't.
That's true, I cannot do.
Is there
no.
any other things we need to discuss at this point? Otherwise, I will have my Marines begin assembling all the flammable, non-drinkable liquids they can.
Yes, there's one other matter of concern. This was found nailed to the door of the Sanctuary of Verdicts this morning. And Godwin is going to slide a piece of paper out for you all to see. Here we go.
This is a poorly written and uninspired manifesto at best. I can definitely come up with something much more inspiring to counter it.
I will take care of this issue, and I just
Marion
take the note
Regnard?
and I leave.
Okay. I was
Okay.
expecting to, maybe I will still write up some propaganda anyway, but something tells me I should let the little one go on a murder spree. Are we considering a child? I mean, like, her current form is mostly child, but her brain is made up of lots of people. How much child labor are we engaged in?
Quite a bit at this point.
I don't know. How old is Eric for you to consider him a child?
I mean, by his people's
This
standards.
problem before when I employed some elves that were
Not even
but
trying
40.
now.
I'm Tim Silver. I'm here now.
No, he's back.
Do
I've
we
lost
know
all my 40-year-old elf.
Marion, Marion Renard? Is this figure known to us?
I'm looking
Godwin?
through all the names.
He's asking Godwin.
It's not somebody that I've encountered before.
No low noble or former priest?
I mean, I can have the city guards ask around and see if anybody knows who they are.
At this point, I think the little one will probably find out faster than I will. Well, I will work up my own manifesto to counteract this and be distributed with the newspaper, but
The most embarrassing thing is when the Port Authority claims your underage gnomes.
I don't know how old the gnomes are normally. Are they a long-lived species? Does anyone know?
Is this the first time that something like this has been placed up, Godwin?
As far as we're aware, yeah.
And only in one place, not spread across the city?
Yeah. We haven't been made aware of anything like a leaflet campaign or something like that.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose that's all we have for now, until the wayward members of our committee show back up. Not that we will know if Elijah is here or not for until he tells us.
Yeah, Elijah will let us know that he's here.
Do you remember if he has a preferred beverage? Oh no, his preferred beverage is Saint's Blood. Never mind.
And from what I remember, he also really likes a crisp, dark red wine.
Are we sure? Are we sure that was wine?
Yes, because I believe I also drink.
Minx is just gonna kind of give her a look for a moment. Just be like, "Are you sure?"
No, I was fucking hammered.
Well, I was going to leave some of his beverage out and see if that draws him in, but I suppose we'll just have to wait. I endeavor to watch you explain to Eric what he must do. And even if he doesn't want to do it, I somehow suspect you will make him think that he does.
You just have to be nice. You have to ask him politely.
Minx is just gonna have like a look on his face when she says that.
That is what I've done every step of the way.
Yes, very nice. How nice we are as envoys of his father.
Happening.
But other than that, I think that meeting is adjourned.
I believe so.
Yeah, I
Unless
think
there's
the only
anything
other
else.
the only other update that Godwin has is that Arkin's investigation looking for the Book of Vile Darkness is still ongoing. He's been at it for a
I
few days
lost it.
now. But he hasn't
The
had any
Book
kind
of
of
Darkness.
he hasn't had any complaints so far, so he seems to be everything seems to be handled there.
All right. It's just that'll be a problem that'll rear its head eventually, I imagine, but it's something we don't need to worry about right now.
Hmm. Okay, so who wants to go first with dealing with things?
Isabel's going to be the simplest.
Okay.
Just going to go. I have the read thoughts spell or power, so I'm
Okay.
just going to go around
Just
in the
gonna
neighborhood
walk
around where
the
that church
city and
is.
find the person.
And yeah, just look around because the bonus thing is that if I can take out any dissidents, that's a few less mouths to feed. So.
Ballard, do you think you can just observe the entire city?
Well, she's got
He's got
nothing
cotton
better
balls
to
in his
do.
mouth.
Whether or not she finds the specific person is one thing, but she will just like be going through secret policing everybody's thoughts and just eliminating
Looking at-
people or pointing out people to guards to eliminate them. So, not
Don't
share
you think
thoughts.
this is a step too far?
Read
Where is it?
thoughts.
Read thoughts. Here we go. There we go. And I can do it without spamming chat. Choose a creature you can see within range. You learn the surface thoughts of that creature.
Increased. It would be the increased order power.
Okay. By one, you can dig deeper into the target's mind. Okay. So you're going to around the Sanctuary of Verdicts, and you're just gonna cast this on random people.
I'm gonna like do a little bit of like I've got enough people in my brain, but I could probably discern who were, more likely to be this sort of person. Uh, I'm like
Okay.
basically doing investigation, but aided by read thoughts.
Okay. Go ahead and do an investigation with advantage then, because
All
you've
right.
got a power that helps you do it.
Does this work? No. Yes.
Okay. So you are going through town, reading people's thoughts,
Minority
And
Report D&D edition.
let's see. I need to name. Okay.
Oh man, I have exactly 100 hit points. Nice. Forgot that part of level up.
So let's see. So you're going around. You're looking to see if you think, and just scanning people to see if they seem. So
Potentially
you're
rebellious. I'm not being
potentially
picky.
rebellious. Okay.
Because the thinking is that even if I can't find the individual specifically, I can at least like spend my time finding people who might be a problem and just quietly make them disappear.
Right.
And I believe I should have enough authority over like our guards and troops and stuff, where if I can't just kill someone myself in a, if they turn the wrong corner, but I can just have them arrested and whatnot. So.
So you make a sweep of the area. Do you enlist the guards before you do the sweep to have them ready on hand, or do you only call them if you think you need them?
I would only call them if I think I need them because I can like speak into their minds and whatnot. Ideally, if I find somebody that I'm like, I want to get rid of them, I'm just going to like make a bucket fall out of a window and just kill them that way.
Just a lot of unfortunate accidents.
A lot of unfortunate accidents.
And
I am just
you...
like, okay, you have thoughts where you could potentially be a problem in the issue in the future. You're dead. Like no further investigation. I have a lot of people to get through. I'm not taking a lot of time on people. I find something that is inconvenient. I'm writing them off.
Okay. So you're going through town. I mean, there's a lot of people who have a lot of grumbly thoughts because New Dawn has put the city through multiple sieges at this point. Is anybody who's grumbling in their minds about the state of affairs? Are they a fair game?
Not grumbly, because grumbly isn't like they're not going to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like ones who are actually going to like, I'm going to do this, or it's like, oh, when so and so comes back, or I'll do this, or I'm part of a meeting where we're meeting with people and we're potentially trying to ferment a rebel. Like things are actual. I understand enough about people that no one's happy with the current situation because of a lot of reasons. But if they're just going to keep their heads down and just try to survive it, then they're not an issue. It's the ones who are like, oh, no, we're just waiting for a time to be a problem.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you certainly find several people like that. There's a guy on the street. I'm trying to think about, because you guys have
When
locked down
will
the
all
city.
this end? I'm tired of all these zombies and demons in my town.
Right, but that's reasonable.
He wants religion and a big woman to save me. I lost my wife and my other wife and my third wife.
Not the third wife.
She burned down, fell over, and then sank into the swamp.
Each one looks less and less like Linda.
Oh my god.
Just because that guy seems like a problem to society, he's got to go. Not even about dissident stuff. That just seems like a.
Just
I think that'll actually improve morale in the town.
To my shrine of Linda. Soon I'll find a wife that looks like her. Gods be good.
This is sounding more and more like Straw than anything else.
He's back.
Maybe you have a stroke.
Can't wait to drink blood and not be in the sunlight.
I'm trying to think of what you would find. Um, um,
I can do more bits.
yeah.
Thinking of more bits.
If the population is suitably cowed, where I don't think that anyone I come across is going to be an issue, but I'm not out looking to kill people. It's just like, oh wait, this might be a thing. I'm good at this. I can do this. So that's just how I'm spending my time. Until literally for the next however long we're doing downtime.
Right. Just sweeping through the city.
Yep.
I wish I could turn into a big green monster and kill the mayor.
The city doesn't have a mayor.
The local leadership, I will kill them all.
We've already done that.
No. Jacques has and his whelp son. They have made my life so hard.
Oh, they're walking they're walking behind a cart and like a log falls off the cart and just crushes them.
Oh, 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 oh. What happened to my husband? Wait. Dear, no, how could you get crushed by the secure log on wagon? This is all Jacques' fault ever since he's returned.
Oh man, surely a second log wouldn't fall down.
From this very secure cart.
Yep.
People keep on dying by coincidence. In Alinda City, this would never happen. I'm going to stand under this piano going up to the second story and preach my sermon.
Nothing bad will happen.
My God.
And I'm going to hold 2 babies. Or maybe not, actually.
Or maybe not.
I need murder protection. A witch won't kill a child. I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know.
I don't know what you're going for here.
I was thinking about Elon Musk's protection child.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm still crying over I'm gonna hold 2 babies. Pause. Or maybe not.
So just
Is it woke in the society to protect yourself with children?
Cell just desperately trying to remember what the Session 0 rules were.
Or maybe not. But I was imagining it as their real life thought. Just
2 teenagers. Or were those college students? 2 college students, assist me. I can't wait to go to the warehouse tonight and converse with Father Manuel.
I can't wait to take a bath and then have some toast in rapid succession.
I would love to eat some bread if I had any. If it weren't for Jacques. Oh my God. Cartier.
Well, I can't wait to go back to my job at the bear trap factory.
Oh no, how could this have happened?
I wish I could drink milk, but all the cattle are dead. due to that no good chunky ass cartoon.
The rest of the night is Cell just being all the grumpy
It's
bitches and
Cell-
bastards
Cell
in the
being-
city.
Cell being bitchy and me just Googling Final Destination deaths. Yeah.
Looks like you're gonna go behind a logging truck.
I am
We've already had a logging
25,
death.
and Jacques Cartier is my hero. I want to
What?
replicate him in all manners. I've married a wife that hates me.
You become a-
I'm going to become an evil paladin. And I'm going to leave for years at a time and come back to her and she'll be increasingly annoyed. The dream.
All right, Fair Life seems bad enough. We'll just leave that be.
Maybe they'll marry Linda.
My wife, Lindo. Linda Doe.
I want to find out who this mysterious shrine of Linda belongs. Like, I want to know who this lady is. I'm gonna find her.
I am Linda Doe. I hate my husband. I am a successful book author. I'm writing about a boy wizard.
I am successful
Oh no,
boy
I don't
author.
like where this is going.
Syntax not too good. Still success.
The furry gnome and the half blood troll at Pig Farts University.
You're only a vampire if you're born a vampire. No one else is a vampire.
Hello, I am Stan Lowe. I'm going to write about superheroes in this time of despair. This is the Incredible Bulk.
That's a porno. That's
Okay,
a porno
all right.
if ever I've heard one.
That guy
A
just
gay
goes,
man is repressed in society, and he can only express this by becoming larger.
what? All right. So what happens to that guy? Does anybody remember the opening scene of Naked Gun with O.J. Simpson?
Yes.
That is
yes,
his
I
day.
do. Okay.
There are kids playing basketball. You decide their politics. Their politics are playing basketball.
They're probably communist.
That's for the love of the game.
Man, I love playing basketball ever since Jacques Cartier came back to town. Yeah, man. I'm doing a black accent. I shouldn't do that. Ever since Jacques'
Thur,
son
how
outlawed
how
black
much time do
sense.
you need, Thur? We're scraping
Uh,
the
Sir,
bucket.
please.
Put a stop to this. So you're watching the kids play basketball, and
Oh,
one of
no.
their
Oh my
moms
god.
calls out to them and says, "Jimmy, I need you to take this to Mr. Renard's place."
Oh man, I wish I didn't have to do that.
Jimmy, come on.
Okay, Mom, I love you. You're
I
my
love you too,
favorite
Jimmy.
mother.
I'm the only mother you got, so I mean, thanks, but
Well, you might be true. Ever since Father died in the war, that has happened a month ago.
yeah, it was real tragic what happened to your dad.
Why
Yeah.
are why is the town full of skeletons, Mother?
I mean, the town has always been full of skeletons, but they are more naked than they normally are. So
I turned on the sink the other day and it was full of sludge, Mother.
don't drink that.
Oh,
We'll
Jeremy did. I haven't seen him.
Jeremy did. Oh man. I'll have to talk to Jeremy's mom.
He's been getting increasingly large.
Oh no, like the Incredible Bulk.
Based on a real story.
I want to die. I want. God damn. Can we just
I
fast
can't
forward
breathe.
30 days to the event? Because
So Mother, are we going to
Please
go
let
to
time
the
pass.
presses? I want to go work for the Dragonborn from another country.
The Dragonborn. I mean, I don't
Those
know
are two,
about them,
I love the
but
gleam of his silver scales.
our
hmm,
2-month hiatus led to this shit.
Can't breathe. Oh boy. Whew.
All right. Well, I'm unfortunately, since a name was mentioned, I'm following this boy.
yeah,
I can't wait to either
is-
join the out of the insurgents, Dragonborn, or love Alinda. My politics. My friend tells me to love Alinda. My other friend tells me how cool Dragonborn are.
My other friend is
Well,
going
he's-
through what I only assume is puberty after drinking the sludge.
He showed me a discolored patch under his shirt. I don't want to regard it. We went into the bathroom. And he told me
Mhm.
to touch it.
All right. Nope. We're not
No.
going there.
It was
I
soft.
forgot
My
what
hand
puberty
went
was like in
inside.
North Dakota. I take it back.
We have to leave. Okay, we are fighting this
yes.
lady. Ooh.
So, you see the kid goes to a house in the nearby. He's carrying a pie, a
I
fresh
love
pie
baking.
for
Bake, bake,
Mr.
bake.
Renard.
I love wearing
And
this apron.
well, no, you were playing basketball. You didn't bake the pie.
Oh wait, someone
It
else
was your
is
mom.
this.
Your mom
I
made the
thought.
pie for him.
Oh, mother! I love baking for my son. Now that I'm a widow,
That's right. Um,
I have so much free time to bake. Now that Jacques Cartiez has returned to
Yeah,
town.
single mothers, famously known for having lots of free time.
of apparently like
I've been given
semi-teenage
a
boys.
government mandated skeleton butler to assist.
You're handing out they're handing out skeleton butlers to anybody that asks.
Oh my gosh.
It increases it like yeah it's for public I don't know morale whatever.
I got it for free because it used to be my
Every widow
husband.
gets a skeleton and or a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Two if you have a
We're at
disability.
this house.
We're at the house. He knocks on the door. A man answers the door. You're reading the kid's thoughts, right?
It only lasts
Yeah.
for like a minute per person.
Okay.
So, but I
Okay. So
caught that
probably
the kid
not.
is leaving me, so now I'm doing it on
Okay.
the new person he's talking to.
Hmm. Let's see. I guess what's your save DC?
18.
Okay. We'll just roll. Yeah. What is this? So on a successful save, you just get a like impression of what he's thinking. You don't actually get the
Yep.
the deeper reasoning.
And regardless, they don't know that they're being spied on. So
Right.
You're here just to suffer.
So trying to think about how he would react to this. Okay. So you feel annoyance, some maybe a little bit of like bristling at this offer of a pie. He's gonna take it because there's a little bit of a famine going on. But um, let's see. Can you make a perception check to see how much of their conversation you can actually like hear the words versus just his feelings? Okay. How stealthy are you trying to be? Like, how close are you?
what is my stealth? Not great. I'm probably so used to being able to just read from, mentally from a distance, but I don't think I'm too close.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, you can see that he's got, a smile on his face that doesn't reach his eyes. And he seems to be telling the boy that, like, to to leave him alone, basically.
And I heard from the boy's mother that he was supposed to drop that pie off to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna wait for the boy to leave, and then I'm gonna collapse the house.
Okay. So the house collapses on him.
I hope nothing happens to me. That ugly girl is staring at me.
We'll make some death saving throws.
I
Other people
just want to eat
try
this
and come to his
pie made with
rescue.
too much animal lard. Skeleton made this pie. Disgusting. Oh, I'm being crushed.
The next one, I think, will decide it. So, you can see them pulling him from the wreckage. He is unconscious. He's wounded, but he is alive.
I'm going to as after it collapses, I'm going to direct some guards to be the ones to pull him out,
Okay.
and then take him to look like they're taking him to treatment, but actually take him to a holding cell.
Okay. You take him to a holding cell.
And then gonna just send him to interrogators and who is he,
Okay.
what is he doing, and all that stuff.
Okay. You just have him tortured.
If he doesn't, if can we get a name out of him? Like how?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is his name? Marion Rignard?
No, his name is Frank Renard.
Frank Renard. Oh, never mind. All right, I lose
His
interest.
If you got the wrong fucking guy.
he's very confused as to why you're
You got the wrong
Wait.
guy.
Does he have
interrogating
any
him.
relatives named Marion? I'm puppeting the
You're
interrogators.
puppeting the interrogator.
Yeah.
You're like behind the mirrored glass.
Yeah.
Putting thoughts in their brain.
Eating a donut.
Yeah. Got a cup of coffee. He says, Marion. Well, that was my wife's name.
All right. Where is she?
She's dead.
When did she die?
In the big fire.
Oh, I forgot about that traumatic event.
What was did she have a job before the fire?
Yeah, she worked at the sanctuary. She was a low level what would you call it? He knows, but I'm trying to think of what the job title would be. Like a deacon, basically, like the low level functionary of the church.
I will not necessarily with him, but just have the guards sort of check and see if a body was found, if they confirmed that she died or if she just went missing.
The guards don't have any record of her body. Are you gonna have them ask Frank how he knows that she died, or if he saw a body?
Yeah.
He'll tell you that no. When he got back to their house, there was nothing left but smoke and ash.
I'm gonna have the guard
Whose
tell
house
him,
was he in then?
Yeah.
Somebody else's house that got killed in the war. Like there's a lot of vacant houses now.
Fair enough.
I'm going to have the guards say, well, she's alive, and she's
alive.
She's running with people who are threatening the Cartier family. So,
do you know, are the children with her?
We do not know if the children are with her. If she has the children with her, if he cooperates, then we will make sure the children are not harmed, even though we have to take her in.
I mean, if it saves, I thought they've been dead this whole time. I haven't seen any.
We haven't confirmed the children, but if they are and you help us, then we will do our best to save them and give you extra rations. So, anything you could tell us about where she might be, sort of hiding, any friends, contacts, that sort of stuff. Just dangle the carrot there.
Right. I'm trying to think about what he would know.
Also, not gonna lie, at first when I read the name Marion, I was like, okay, so I'm looking for a woman. And then you said it was a guy, and I'm like, oh, Marion might be a French male name. I don't know.
Nope, you got it right in the first try.
Yeah. Well, I try not to assume about the French.
Trying to see if he would give you anything more useful.
I'm also gonna, while he's doing this, I will do another round of probing his mind, and hopefully he has like a point of exhaustion or some shit.
Yeah. Okay, you're able to penetrate into his mind. So I mean, he's not lying to you. He's pretty sure that his wife and children are all dead. So if you're telling him that they're alive, I mean, he wants to believe you. I don't know that he does believe you, but he does want to believe you.
He is very pointedly not telling them they're alive. Is just like, well, she's alive, and if she has them, then and is putting them in
Well,
danger by whatever she's doing, then we will keep them safe. But you know,
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the children are his main, like, his first concern, then her. But like, if he has to sacrifice her for the kids, he's not really in a position to negotiate.
yeah. The main thing, instead of like threatening potential children, it's just like, hey, if there are potential children, then we'll do our best and all that stuff. But we know for sure that she is making threats. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then in Isabella's mind, it's just like, oh yeah, dead kids, that'll do it. That'll
Yeah.
radicalize a lot of people.
Yeah. Think about. I mean, I think he would tell you to talk to any members of the sanctuary that are still alive.
All right.
See if they've seen her. They didn't have any like a particular bolt hole or anything that they would go to.
All right.
So if there's
Give him an extra ration, send him on his way. I make my way over to the to the sanctuary.
the sanctuary.
Oh.
Okay. So you enter the sanctuary. It is no longer being used for its for worship. There are basically there are people living here. Like it's with the destruction of so many houses, even with the loss of population that went along with it, and the various battles and collateral damage, there's still an overflow. So that you see, there's people basically camping out on the pews until proper facilities can be rebuilt.
I'm going to focus on the staff and try and mind probe them to see if they know Marion, and if they do, if they know her currently.
Yeah. So go ahead and make an investigation check.
Alright. Do I get
Again, with
advantage for the
advantage
mind
because you're
probing, or is the mind
yeah, you're
probing
mind
just...
probing. Yeah, yeah, because you're also walking around and observing.
Yeah.
So you're peering into people's minds. Most of the people who worked here prior to, the tumult, we'll call it, did know her. Um, they aren't thinking specifically about her in this moment, but you're digging through. I think can you find memories? Is that part of the ability? I need to go look at it. What it says specifically, you get.
One thing that looms large in their mind.
Yeah. So they're not thinking about her.
I would
For the
imagine
most part.
my assumption would be if she put this thesis on the door, anyone that she's working with is probably going to be like
Thinking about her.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
the thought process. Or even not thinking about her, but thinking about like a rebellion in general.
Yeah. So as you're sifting through the crowd, most of the staff don't seem to be like they're all thinking about organizing living spaces, adjudicating disputes, distributing food and what clothing they have, um, the business of life, as it were. Um, but there is one man who is thinking about um, not her by name, but a figure that they saw um, the previous night uh, outside of the cathedral,
Nailing something to a door.
nailing something to the door. Yeah.
Did they see where they came from? Where'd they go? Got Nigel.
They
Damn
seem
it.
to. um, they're pretty shaken actually about it because they seem to appear uh, and nail the paper to the door and then disappear again in a basically like a faded in and out.
Hmm. I'm going to wait until they're in, not like alone, but in a more secluded thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use momentary lapse of reason, and I'm going to try and make them hallucinate that figure of Marion they saw, and I'm going to try and see what they say to her to see if that
Hmm.
can get me any leads.
Yeah. So they go off into a corner and they're eating their bowl of gruel, and you said your save DC is 17, right? Or
18.
18.
It's at the bottom of the card.
Okay. So Marion, the visage of Marion appears in front of them, and they startle like uh, at the sudden appearance of this person that they thought was dead right in front of them. Uh, and they say, Marion, what are you? How did you get here? I thought your husband said you were dead.
I don't think I have control over the hallucination. I think it's their brain is making something that is appealing to them. So I'm
Okay.
just along for the ride while they blabber.
Uh, drops where they're holding, uses their reaction to move their speed toward the target. They stop moving and fall prone. I guess that's him like jumping back in surprise. He falls prone. Um, I'm trying to think of what their mind would hallucinate.
I'm real stretching the combat spell
Yeah,
for
yeah, a little
this.
bit. What they would hallucinate her
Although,
saying. I think she's gonna stay there silently judging him,
mhm.
and he's gonna say, you know, uh, giving him a judging look, and he's just like, "Look, we have to make do with what we've got. We have to live with what's happening. We can't. I know that the new dawn is going against the Empress and everything we've been taught, but it's people's lives, your life, your children's lives. So don't judge me for living." Yeah,
Well, while he's having his panic attack, I'm gonna like read thoughts again now that she's closer to the forefront, and I'm gonna. I really want to know if there's any place this guy would think she would be.
I'm trying to think if when he would. So he would think about. Have you been hiding in the crypts? Like, why would you let your husband think you were dead? I don't. Why won't you answer me? He kind of, I guess, reaches out to try and grab her. Is the illusion solid?
No, it is. He is.
Okay.
Yeah.
His hand passes through,
Reaches
and
in mist.
he reaches into the mist as the illusion, and he pale. If it's possible for him to be even paler.
Oh, I linked the wrong. I was Okay, this was the one I meant to do. This makes a lot more
Oh.
sense.
Okay. Remnants. Well, roll a 1. Has approached them, wishes to have a pleasant conversation. Okay.
That was what I was thinking. Sorry.
I see. Yeah.
The
Well,
duration is 8 hours. What the fuck? Oh no! I ruined this man's day.
I mean, you can end it whenever
I'm
you
not
want,
gonna.
right? Oh, okay.
Are you gonna kill this man afterwards? Because you're driving him into a psychosis.
Yeah, he can do that himself.
But yeah, I guess upon realizing that it's an illusion, he goes pale. Or I guess he doesn't. Yeah, realizing that she's not solid. Let's put it that way. He's going to panic some more, and it's be like, "Stay back, whatever you are. I don't want any part of it.
Oh, never
I'm
mind.
just trying to live."
It is duration 1 hour. I don't know why it put that. Okay.
8
It is
hours. Okay.
concentration. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Crips, this guy himself seems like he's just rolling with it, so isn't really a threat. I'm gonna leave him be.
Okay. Not gonna torment him any more than you already have.
No reason to. I'm trying to consider. Do I know what Crips he would be referring to?
Yeah. I mean, many of your constituent mines are natives to this city.
Yeah.
So,
Do we currently have any sort of presence in the crypts? Like, are we, like, is Noctum taking bodies from it or anything like that, or is it just a?
No, I don't think he has.
Right.
He's got his own little Noctum town and fresher bodies to deal with.
I will go back to Jacques and I will say that, the person who put the note on the cathedral door is probably hanging out in the crypts. Tight confined spaces are not the place where you want to be a telepath doing a fight, or a telekinetic person. It's like,
Yeah.
Probably not.
Just shove him through 32 blocks. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. That's my what I'm doing for my downtime.
Okay.
What is Elijah doing?
Elijah is flying back from their trip
Mm-hmm. With
with
a
Noctum in
noisy
your bag.
bastard in a bag, just flying along.
Yep. So would Jacques attempt to venture into the crypts himself, or would he wait for the rest of his party to gather to do that?
The question.
Somehow my grandfather has returned. Or was that an uncle? I forgot what the vampire was.
It was his distant ancestor.
Yeah. Part of me would say that he would wait, because if they're
Okay.
this like confident to put up this kind of stuff basically in the heart of the enemy territory, then they might have some muscle to back that up. But on the other hand, it's just they might not. And
Okay.
Jacques would if I don't wait for the rest of the party, I wouldn't go alone. I'd still
Yeah.
bring people.
Yeah.
Trying to figure that out at the moment.
Well, Elijah, I believe, is only a couple of days, or actually, Elijah might arrive about the right time to go with you, with Tenuous as well. So we could do that if you wanted to. We could pick up next week with descending into the crypts. Does that sound like a good plan to
Yeah.
everybody?
Mm-hmm.
It
Okay.
does.
All right.
Is there a crypt of a necrodancer here?
Maybe it's this one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm.
They're French. Oh.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. Sounds good. So I think we're good for now.
Mm.
A little bit of a
Blah,
shorter
blah,
session this season.
blah,
Back into it.
Yeah, he's back into it.
I think one
God,
of the people that I'd want to bring with me, third, would be that one scout that we captured outside of Villaplanche.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the entire time that we've been here, Jacques has been talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because like he still keeps them in like the prisons with the other prisoners of war, but it's like they surrendered. They understood where Jacques was coming from, so it's just that they could help Jacques sort of like get the idea across to these people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I met you, Jacques Cartier.
Not the sycophant.
I'm neutral.
Is that the
on
one that I
Brandon
talked
too.
to? Who's the one I talked to?
You talked to a different one, which I think was one of the Villicus prisoners.
Jambalaya
Mine was Solène Baralt. And then there was also like Lieutenant Neil Zaragoza and Lieutenant Zaira Alvarez. I think you spoke to Zaira because Neil is like super not going to change at all. He's like hardcore not going to betray the Empire.
I think it was Zyra was the one who Elijah scared into becoming a farmer. It was like, okay, I'm done. I think the one that Aerith talked to is listed under New Dawn because she's not a prisoner anymore.
Oh, because you have her with the
She's-
Diana Lagos.
Yeah, because I just fully changed her whole ass
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
From the captain of the artillery.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm so
Yep,
excited
and
for
then
next week
and
when
then
I can.
and then the sycophant is Genevieve Delafose, which is going to Villicus with Godwin.
That's right.
I can
Smart
torture
decision, sir.
Minx by convincing Eric to be helpful.
I don't see
Yeah.
why you're so kind to him.
It's easy to convince
He's
him to
just
try
a
to be
baby.
helpful. It's hard to get him to actually be helpful.
He's just a baby, all of you.
Mhm. Just a
Nah, he's-
35-year-old
Just
baby.
Big baby.
Just a baby, a large baby that could vaporize villages and peasants.
I believe the bard Sabrina Carpenter has a recent song about that type of child.
Mansion. I love that song.
Oh, yep,
For real.
shocking.
I don't like most of her stuff, but I do like that one. Yeah. Listen, this whole plot line is my favorite. It's just Aerith being like, he's just a baby, and Wings being like, "Brr."
Why must you injure me so?
Yeah, Vagabond gets really attached to weird childlike NPCs. Not child NPCs, childlike.
So Jester Lavore is my favorite.
Yeah.
So is that us for the night then?
Sounds like it, sir.
Yeah, I think so.
I can create more characters.
It is good
Yeah.
to have a
I'm
game
just-
with everyone again.
We just pull up the list of all of the Final Destination deaths, and then that's just what befalls the city for a bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Darndest thing.
Crazy.
Well, since
Public
we
order
ended
has
a
gone
bit,
down.
since we ended a bit early, I do want to ask if we did our own TTRPG just for ourselves, what kind of things would people want look for? Vagabond, you missed yesterday's. What do you suggest?
Did you mean like mechanics, themes?
Like anything, really. Like, yeah.
It doesn't have to be directly. Obviously, I wouldn't want it directly ripped. But one idea that I really liked in fifth edition that they adopted for the Theros book and then immediately dropped is I like the idea of a piety system for more cleric paladin esque characters. Bonuses based on level of belief to deities and stuff.
Oh, thank you, Vagabond. Rack, what are your thoughts?
Thanks, ass.
I didn't realize you cut out at a weird time, so I didn't realize you were talking to me.
Oh. Do I need to
And I
restate
was
the question?
not listening.
All right.
Please.
If we did our own TTRPG just like for our various playgroups and campaigns, what sort of things would you like to see or would you like it to be, etc., etc.?
I know I fall on the wrong side of history on this one, but I really like political intrigue / not combat.
Gasp.
I know, crazy.
I would say on that line, something I've never seen is if there was some sort of system where your character kind of had two tracks, combat and non-combat. Because I feel like in so many of these times, if you build non-combat, you're not much help in combat, and if you build combat, you're not much help in non-combat. So to have some sort of system where a character would have an ability to assist in either line, I feel like would make it feel more rounded so there wasn't something the group is doing that you couldn't help with in some way.
You know what system we played a little bit of that had something similar to that?
What?
Do you remember crew roles in SW5E?
Yeah. Yes.
I
Yeah.
liked that as like
I liked that.
as not necessarily a social thing, like your version is more of a social, but as like the exploration pillar, here's your role for
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Something like that. I agree. I like that.
I also like
But I gotta take out the trash. So goodbye everyone. I'll see you
Good
next week.
bye.
Good night. I think I'm gonna head out too.
Okay. Good night.
Feel better.
Yeah, thanks. Good night.
Nash, any thoughts?
Something I could be amused min-maxing, and robust crafting systems make me happy.
So the min-maxing would be like I know when I was talking about this with Thur, I was like, oh, one benefit is that if we're just making it for us, we don't have to worry about the balance being as tight, because if we come across something that's just busted as hell, we can just say, hey, don't.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, you can't really do that for a published game. Uh, but I know that Thur and I both mentioned like crafting as definitely something. Like there aren't really a lot of games that do crafting well because, gods, there's so many economics and stuff that need to go into it.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, wait.
Yep.
I would want more rewards for RP. Like, I don't.
Now, by what do you mean by rewards? Because rewards could be anywhere from like items and powers to just like gaining like inspiration or victory points or stuff like what kinds of rewards?
Um.
Because like so for example, draw steel. Draw steel in combat. Every class has resources, and you start a combat with a number of resources equal to your victories. And victories are how many successful encounters that you've completed since your last like long rest, basically. And you can gain victories from social encounters. So you could spend like in our Wednesday campaign, if you guys had spent like a long time gaining victories for like political things, then when a combat starts, you would have a lot more resources during combat from those social victories. So those kinds of rewards, or like
Well,
items
I would
like.
want. Okay. Because like because I find combat tedious. I have a like very very hard time being as creative as say Nash when it comes to combat specifically. But I spend a lot of time thinking about RP, and I'm not great, but like I try. um and so having victory points, if we're going victory points, we'll use victory points that could be used both in combat and out of combat would be pretty cool.
We demand a pacifist run.
So like
I don't know if that
more social powers, like more things that can go with social encounters.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, one thing that because we still have to test draw steel as soon as I've got time to like set up a playtest or whatnot. Draw steel has a social combat system called negotiations, where important NPCs that the party can engage in a negotiation with uh, start with a certain amount of patience and interest, and then also like motivations and pitfalls based on their personality. And the negotiation is basically the party going around making arguments and social checks to try and increase the person's interest before their patience runs out, uh, sort of thing. So there's like we need to test that to see how well it does. But it does.
Well,
I've seen decent reviews on it. But I'm not sure if that's gamifying social things too much. I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse for you.
from what you described in my little brain, worse.
Okay.
Um, but like maybe what I'm seeking is more like a liberal use of like DM allotted uh inspiration. Maybe that's what I just want to get an A in RP. A little goblin inside me. Um, but there's like moments where like something will happen and someone will have some exceptional RP
Mm-hmm.
in whatever social circumstance. And then everyone's like, yeah, that was really good. And then we just sort of move on. But like, which is fine. I'm not curmudgeoning that. But having more of a reward for those moments would be neato burrito. I don't know. I just don't like.
No.
I wish I did. I wish I was cool. I wish I was a cool kid. I
But I
don't.
think this comes back to: would you like
Wrong with
rewards
what's
more
wrong with
as? Would you like rewards more as something like inspiration points, where you get rerolls for doing stuff, like victory points, where you get stuff that makes you better in combat for the next time, or would you like rewards as in like feats or titles that are like character enhancements that stack over
I
time?
think character enhance
Okay.
is really what I'm looking for. Like having adjust these. It's like in this campaign alone, we've had so many like singular moments where one of us has done something truly incredible. Be it a monologue or um, like a person to person, like the time I convinced that one prisoner lady to just be a whole different person.
Yeah.
Like things
Yeah.
like that, having more.
Parts that are more story and narrative based than are combat based.
Yes.
Right.
So you remember when Alina took her knight's oath, and I gave you a like a feat for that, like a custom feat?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Okay, so shit like that.
Yeah, and maybe that person gives your character an item, which
Okay.
would be weird, but you know what I mean? Like
I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing personally for some of like the relics and stuff, is tying them to
I
moments
enjoyed
like
that.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
and
Kind of like all of the role playing moments that we had with the Saint of Awe.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
on the reverse side of that, on Wednesday, the RP that I had last Wednesday, which was intentionally and also a little weird, but like awkward and stinted when you know the fact that I can flirt
Yeah.
like well, you know what I mean.
Were you trying to was your goal being awkward?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Alina does not flirt.
Yeah.
Alina is not Aerith. I was telling Parth that. I physically could not find a way for her to be smooth because that is not who she is.
Yeah, fair.
Like, that was intentionally awkward. But the problem was then it made me for real awkward, and it was very funny to me. But she's intentionally like that.
Yeah.
And people jumping out of their comfort zone.
Oh, here's a question, because I'm trying to tie this back to like mechanics and games that I know have been play tested a bunch to like try and steal from and Frankenstein with. So two things come to mind. One, Draw Steel has, in addition to class levels and equipment, they have two other forms of like character enhancements you can get. Perks, which are like non-combat feats, that are things that help with social and exploration stuff that you just get through level ups or by like DMs can give them out. And then titles, which are stronger and usually combat oriented, but have like prerequisites in order to get. So like there's one for, it's like, hey, steal a ship and captain it, and you get a certain title that helps you do better at like ship stuff or whatnot. Just like little other reward things to give, but those are limited to like each character can only have one per tier of play because they're more powerful and such.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The other system that comes to mind, have you looked at Daggerheart very much?
A little bit, not a
So
lot.
so Daggerheart doesn't have skills. Doesn't have stuff like perception and stealth and all that. What it instead has are experiences where you get two, and you basically get to write a sentence about your character, and then as the game goes on, and just usually you're playing the game, if a situation comes up that you are asked to make a roll for your character, if you can describe a way that one of your experiences relates to that situation that the roll is for, you can spend a hope, which is like the currency that you build up and spend for every class. You can spend a hope to give yourself basically, your proficiency or trained thing for that roll. But it's based on, and the experiences can be whatever the fuck you want. It's like I think one example was a character who was a rogue. Their experience was I know a guy, like shit like that. Just like little things for that. And I think that's a cool thing. It's less makes it really hard to be a skill monkey, although you can put as your experience skill monkey.
Oh yeah.
So.
But yeah, that's the thing is like that's one of my problems with D&D is because I do enjoy the RP side. That's why I play with you guys. You guys are fun to RP with. And like I enjoy, for the most part, if he's still here, Cell's rambles in character. Like that.
I'm still waiting for Lev to ask me about my opinion.
Oh my god, he's here. But I do really enjoy
You better.
that kind of stuff. And I enjoy having the back and forth between Jacques and Aerith, or Elijah or Minx and Aerith, or and stuff like that. But all of the rewards seem so focused towards combat.
Yeah.
That I hate to admit, you all know I do it, but like I read during combat. That's just boring as hell.
Oh yeah, that's one of the upsides to online VTT play. You can't tell when someone's tabbed out. So.
Thank God.
Yeah. All right, and then Cell.
Going to bed.
Well,
I
you
want
don't
mutations.
Sorry.
So
I
send
want
me the SWAT
corruption. I want the mutants. That's it.
I do love Black Crusade. There's so much stuff from that game I really like.
I
Not
laughed
enough
at
to want to
Vagabond's
play
like,
it.
I laughed at Vagabond's like, I really want playing and like role playing stuff, and I'm like, God damn, she would do great in Dark Heresy, where it's just that, like minimal combat.
Man, if
That sounds great.
combat in Dark Heresy is you fucked up if you're in combat because you're probably gonna die.
Yep. That game is all just murder mystery.
I love stuff like that. But I also know the balance of my friends really like combat.
I mean,
so like
I get it, but the joke is that in Dark Heresy and stuff, in like first edition at level 1, if you get into combat, you're probably going to die.
that's hilarious.
Like you want to not be in combat.
One interesting thing, Vagabond, since you missed yesterday's, when I asked Parth what she would want in a game like that, she said puzzles.
That is wild. But yeah, I never want to be like the big battles we were doing. I know most of y'all really like it. I cannot stand.
Actually, they get. I like how epic and cinematic we can make certain moments and stuff, but like overall with D&D combat, that crap can get super tedious.
Yeah. Third.
I kind of share that with the same opinion Drac had, which was, it's not my turn, I'm on my phone.
Yeah. I think Thur has tried to solve that issue by doing some trash encounters to wear down resources a little bit, because D&D is attrition based, so you need to wear down resources, which is not great. But then the culminations are very much like Final Fantasy boss fight esque, with interesting
And that
mechanics
stuff's
and things
fun.
to do. It takes a bit to get
Which
through
can
there.
lead-
You have to fight through 3
Yeah.
packs of nameless guards to
But
get
no,
to it.
but I'm talking about like
But it can lead to cool moments.
Yeah.
That are like, ooh, cool. And I mean, the entire time we're joking, and then the people that are like, about the combat, they're at least being like, does the limit gauge go up?
and then
I will always
Because
protect
there
my son, the limit gauge.
does the limit gauge go up?
and then
Does rising water gauge go down?
and then my solution to it is instead of having all those little trash encounters, just doing one big fight with multiple phases inside of it. So it's basically 3 combats squished together into one that are hopefully happening at thematic moments that you guys care what the outcome is. So
Right, and like it, I really like the big fights at the end. Like I really
Yeah.
do enjoy when
Oh,
it's
so-
us as our characters. But the second it's like that fucking ship battle, Jesus Christ.
yeah,
I have never been less interested. That's why I only wanted
The
one
moment
faction.
when it's our characters doing stuff cool, when it's like the overarching, like the armies going against each other, it's like, oh shit.
yeah.
I would rather chew my own foot off.
Yeah.
Like a
And the
fox.
people who enjoyed
stuck.
it played Total War.
And like I get it.
A total war
get it.
battle lasts like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm here with you. I will still do it if it means that the people who enjoy it can do it. Know that
I'm of the same mind of I enjoy the war
mentally.
fights, but I really want to get to the fights with the people. Like the fight outside Bateau, really cool. I'm like, I just want to get to where we fight the Count. Let me just fight
The
the
fight
fucking Count.
with the Saints. Both of them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Super good. But the fight to get to the Saints or the stuff the attack of Bateau, I was metaphorically chewing my own fucking foot off.
Yeah.
I
She
was
was
just
also
like
physically chewing her own foot off.
I was
I
physically
could hear the
chewing my
gnawing sounds from here. She was
So
like a coyote in a trap.
so flip side to that, because Thur and I were discussing just like overlaps between the next campaigns we're planning, and Thur was contemplating something similar to like a exploration hex crawl sort of thing. Are those potentially interesting to you, or are those more of like
Come on.
tedious?
Uh
You called Nash? What do you want?
Sorry, talking to my dog. I didn't realize I was unmuted.
I mean,
I
I'd give it a try.
would give it a try.
No.
I'm always once again, but this is okay. So this is where we butt up against my desire, my enjoyment of games butts up against I just want to hang out with my friends every Wednesday and Thursday. I just want to hang out.
There.
If that means I have to metaphorically chew off my foot,
So the next campaign is going to be specifically on all about a team of 6 fighting another team of 6, and we're all going to be specially named characters.
oh yeah.
Westgate rivals.
Honestly, I
Hell
feel
yeah.
that though. I have been missing our Thursday games. I am very happy that I get to hang out with my peeps again.
That's exactly where I'm at. Is like
Yeah, for
I
one,
will
like,
give up
I
a
have
lot.
I've missed our Thursday games because I really enjoy playing as Jacques, but I guess that's the other thing that at least like we had a little bit of playing Sunderfolk to pass the time.
Yeah, you guys missed that. Sunderfolk is great.
I
I've
enjoy
I
it.
shown
highly
Vagabond
recommend
Sunderfolk.
that.
I've shown Vagabond Sunderfolk.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a lot I will give up of my own enjoyment because once again, I have a book.
We have book club.
Yeah. There.
I will just read. But I like hearing. Once again, Sel, I'm talking about you like you're not here. I like reading and listening to Sel just doofenshmirtz his way through
For all of the
a
Bateau
session.
citizen.
Like I like that. I like that's because I'm hanging out with my friends. That was very presumptuous of me. Sel, I'm sorry. I believe we're friends, but that's neither here nor there. But you know what I mean? Like I would rather just hang out and be kind of bored than not.
I mean, that's
So
kind of what Farm Nights were in Raid, of just like, hey, we're here doing this raid where we're doing
God, we
bosses
just
that are easy, but we're
bullshitted
mostly
for
just
3
there to,
fucking hours.
we're mostly just there to talk and bullshit over trash. Yeah.
We're all like, oh god, why is it taking so long to get through this trash? Because 95% of the raid group AFK'd and said we'll be back when the trash is dead.
but But yeah, that's a hard question for me. It's like, yeah, I enjoy a lot of things, but also I'll do whatever if it means we can hang out.
So riffing on Kuzco's sort of concept a bit, I'm wondering, and Rack, if you're aware of any games that already do this, but what if they're, for character creation, instead of necessarily doing like the whole class ancestry background thing, it was you pick a combat class, you pick a social class, and you pick an exploration class. And then your character is like the combination of the
I
three
mean,
of
as soon as
those.
you said other systems and stuff, my mind was like, okay, like social role playing non combat esque ones would be like Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I don't
like
mean I don't mean other games that do the other pillars. I mean any games where it's like
right.
your character is like you pick one from column A, one from column B, one from column C, but it's combat social exploration instead of whatnot.
World
I
of
don't know what
Darkness.
it's I was gonna say World of Darkness, and oh
I can
my,
play World of
like
Darkness.
Oh God, I
love
can play
World of
World of Darkness.
Darkness. I would play it. That combat is the most convoluted thing I've ever fucking
Well, we
seen.
don't need to take World of Darkness for combat. we can use
But
better
it does
tools.
have that setup of here are your social traits, here are your combat, and you choose one.
Yeah.
But are you picking between, like, could you make a character where if you have 9 traits, you use 8 of them for combat and 1 exploration, or are you forced to do
Yeah,
3, 3, and
basically.
3? Well,
Let me pull
that's
up a.
the different thing is that when you do that, then you run into the issue that sort of Kuzco was alluding to, where people specialize, and so if you've specialized in combat and exploration is happening, you're kind of just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Uh, as opposed to like, hey, you do need to take something combat or oriented, you do need to take something social oriented, like etc. etc. The
Well,
problem is, I'm not
I
sure.
feel at that point what you could do is that you could then flavor some exploration stuff as combat. Not necessarily
Yeah.
put a monster in front of them to fight, to explore the area, but it's just like, oh, you want to do this? Cool. What combat skills do you have? Let's go with
Okay,
that combat skill real quick
so
to move this like door or something.
I was wrong. You do
Uh-oh.
have to spread it out because there are three. There are 3 categories and then 3 subsets within those categories. So we have mental, physical, and social.
Mm.
Um, and then within mental, we have intelligence, wits, resolve. Within physical, you have strength, dexterity, stamina. And then within social, you have presence, manipulation, and composure. And then you have skills based off of those original 3 categories. And it's broad term things like academics,
Mm.
computer, crafts, uh, and then that was mental. There's more, but like, and then for example, physical, you have athletics, brawl, drive, firearm, larceny, like, and then within social, you have animal ken, which is, but like empathy, expression, intimidation, persuasion, streetwise subterfuge, that kind of. But you have to spread them out basically evenly because you're allotted only certain points based on uh,
Okay.
they define how well your character is capable of doing. Oh, they're divided into tiers. So it's primary, secondary, and tertiary,
Mm-hmm.
and you're given points allotted for each. Like, so say social was my primary, I would have 7 points to spend in my social, which would leave.
But you would need to pick social as primary over mental and physical.
Yes, because it's 753.
Okay. All right. So you still need to pick and focus on them. Okay.
Yeah, but if we are making our own, we could do whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, no, and
Yeah.
I'm because Nash there's a push and pull of min maxing because originally the min maxing term comes from it's like, hey, I'm going to spend a bunch of negative traits to make it so that I am small, mute, and don't have any hands, and instead I'm going to like give myself
I kick
a tier
monster.
1 nuke.
Mm-hmm.
You say that I'm
You're
basing that off of in the
3.5 had
Star
stuff like that.
Wars there's a D&D themed Star Wars comic, and the R2D2 player is a complete munchkin.
Yeah. Second edition D&D had that. 3.5 had
Yeah.
that. You
Oh
could
yeah.
talk with your DM to take negative traits,
Yeah.
and it would give you bonuses otherwhere else. And you had little halfling, one-eyed, one-armed
Yeah.
bastards running around flailing great swords at Mach 10.
Yeah. But the
I will
down
say, World of Darkness does not have a
yeah.
negative.
The
No.
downside to those personally from the design perspective is then like, hey, you're super focused on whatever you spent all that whatever you maxed out, but then whenever the game is on a portion of it that you minned, then it's like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then the question is, do we
That
prefer that
instant.
because it means you can alt tab, or would you rather be always able to contribute to whatever like situation? Because D&D has an issue where, hey, there's a social thing going on. Did you dump charisma? Bye.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to gauge if people think that's like an issue or a perk.
I feel that that's just. I can't say that it's either way until the situation shows itself. But I mean, as
I
we had
think
said, one of the benefits and stuff of being on doing this online is that somebody can just alt tab while they're not involved, and it's just like cool. But then I also know that like some of us who are the zany characters or are about we do random crap that throws monkey wrenches into everything. I mean, hell, I still easily remember when all of our planning and stuff went completely south because we left Tennellis alone with the Villaplanche mayor.
Oh, the mimic.
See, I see it as a plus because whenever you are forced into those situations that you're doing something you mend, it's really funny to see how that plays out.
There's
Yep.
but
It's just
there's
like, what are you gonna do now? What
there's
you gonna do now, you little ugly dwarf?
I feel like though there's a difference between I have given up all of my social things and I put it all into power, and hey, I picked a social class that I'm really good at this kind of social thing, but in this kind of social thing I like have nothing going for me and I need to like make up for that. So it's like you're still in some there could be some social things where you still take the forefront as opposed to like anything social just I'm bad at it. Like I do like negative I do like stat arrays that give you a -8 or like a
I
like a
I
-2
feel
sometimes. So
I feel stuff like that where a person would think of, oh damn, now there's nothing for me to do because I'm not like good in this particular part of the session or the campaign or whatnot. Like I feel that that doesn't really come down to the system. That just is the player and how that player as a person is going to deal with the fact that they've done this to themselves.
yeah.
Like, because like the biggest case in point is like the biggest thing that I put for this is when I played 3.5, I had one of my friends and stuff who did the whole min-maxing thing and took his negs and stuff, and he didn't. He was just a fighter and everything. And we're in a room trying to disarm traps and like figure out the lore of the room and the dungeon and stuff. And he's just sitting there. He goes, "I'm bored." And he says like I'm bored 3 times, and then on like the third time he kicks the door in, which triggers the trap and kills us all. And we're just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "Well, I was bored. Y'all should have done something." But he's like, well, I couldn't have done anything in the situation. I'm like, you did that. You chose to make your character be absolutely inept in everything except swinging that stupid sword.
Like
I'm like,
there's
I don't blame the system. I blame him for doing that.
there's also a difference between having no weapon and having a rubber chicken. Like if you have social tools, but the social tools are very ill-equipped for the situation, that is much different from just like, I don't have any social tools, period. I have
Then I
no
feel you
idea
have
how I
then
would
I feel
express
you have a
that.
moment then I feel you have the moment where the person wants to assist and tries and blunders, and now the rest of the party has to like try to do something, and it just leads to the what? I was only trying to help. I'm sorry. I rolled. It's like, damn, we let you open your fucking mouth. Next time we're gonna like put a gag on you so you can't talk to the delegates and shit. Like I feel it leads to funnier moments and like better memories of a campaign. I don't see it necessarily as a detriment. Like I said, like my mind immediately goes back to we had the plan of what to do with Villaplanche, and then we had to scrap that whole fucking plan because, oh no, the mayor got ate by a mimic.
But that wasn't because Cell had like minned his social stuff. He was very
I'm
full
aware,
warlock. That was just Cell doing a Cell move.
right? But the thing is that a person minning a social thing and then causing a problem is a chaotic off the rails moment in the same thing of Tentalis feeding the mayor to a mimic, and none of us were around to be like, "Oh shit, we didn't stop Tentalis."
That's true.
Or like you have the moments where somebody does something and then, "Oh shit, Jacques broke his oath," because no one was able to stop him, or he just made that quick decision and stuff. It's like I'm at wit's end to try to get past somebody. I have this spell, let me use it.
Yeah, I'm in.
Like
I'm in agreement.
I feel that it's not bad. It comes down to the players. And as long as we're all like we don't want to be railroaded, and it just leads to better moments if everyone is just allowed to do what they want, but consequences exist then.
Yeah.
It can happen. Oh, I'm gonna do Circle of Death. Now our rogue wants to kill our warlock.
Okay.
Like I don't blame the system. It all comes down to the players.
Unless the system doesn't have mutations.
Yeah, that's
Unless the system doesn't have mutations. Sorry. We should
Uh,
get Q on this so he could be a bug person.
Vagabond.
Yes.
Are there any kinds of combats? Of course, like the big flashy encounters and stuff. Yeah, but I mean for player mechanic wise, like player facing options, not like boss design options. Are there any sort of mechanics that you do like, or do you just prefer like fighter hit go?
I really like the way Monster of the Week has set up their combat.
Okay,
What
I
what
have
is
enough
Monster of the
context.
Week's combat? Nope, I'll get you. What is Monster of the Week's combat?
Go for it, Vector.
So how it works is that there are like there's no initiative, which is not important because we can take, but like uh you roll, you decide what you want to attack. You describe your action. Your roll kicks some ass. But it's not. But it's a instead of a um
It is the powered
it's
by the apocalypse, full success with a detriment or like detriment sort of thing. Yeah.
yeah. It's how you it's much like D&D, it's like how you roll. But it's less turn based and it's more flowy with the narrative. Um 6 or less being a miss in something would happen to you. 7 and 9 is a weak hit with consequences, and 10 plus is a strong hit with extra.
It
It
is.
is more focused on storytelling than it is tactical play.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Any combat that I'm gonna shoot for is probably. I don't think it can be as tactical as like Draw Steel because I'm not as good of a game designer. Narrative is a lot easier to design because you don't have to worry about tactic stuff.
I also I know it convoluted, but I also do really like World of
I think the most of World of Darkness I know mechanics wise is how the skills work with the each rank gives you an extra D6 if I'm not mistaken.
For World of Darkness is a D10.
Okay. But it's
It's an
like
entire D10 system.
yeah. I only know that because while I was doing the testing things for the Pokemon Tabletop United thing, I think Al mentioned it's like, oh, it's like Vampire the Masquerade, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, the Pokemon thing we did was all just was very much World of Darkness.
I didn't like that. I don't. It has the same problem that I find with Pathfinder Second Edition, where if you're good at a skill, then you're almost certainly you're gonna have like a much bigger bonus than somebody who isn't. And I don't know. I
Yeah,
like when
the thing
people.
is that with the World of Darkness games is that your party is kind of like an Ocean's 11 type group. Is because everybody specializes into certain things where it's like, oh yeah, this is our tech person, this is our getaway driver. So their skills be like, all right, cool, we get to this point. All right, you're up.
Yeah,
It's like it allows for moments where one person gets to shine
yeah,
and then the group gets to advance and everything. Like that's very, very like
yeah. But it's
limited
it's
to how
where
it's put.
it's where I'm kind of more when it comes to skill checks and like bounded accuracy sort of math. I'm more closer to the position that you were for social things, where it's just like even if you're not specialized in this, I think it'd be funny for you to at least give it a try and have the potential for success, because then at least you're still trying to do it instead of avoiding it as much as possible, and that gives
Yeah.
the propensity for funny failures.
I mean,
Yeah.
and in a way is that like if we take the social thing for an example, it can lead to moments where it's like if you're trying a certain amount of times, like your character, oh, I'm gonna try to like to talk and negotiate and persuade or like intimidate and stuff. After X amount of times and stuff, you could be like, all right, cool. As a reward for you constantly trying and like doing your best at this and stuff, you are now proficient in the skill that you've been trying to do.
Mhm.
It's like I see that as like another way, like Vagabond said, that like, you could reward somebody that's not just like victory points. That's like, hey, you've been trying to intimidate and you've been working. So after a bit now with it, you're proficient. You've learned the ins and outs.
Yeah, because like one of my biggest things is like everything is how to get better at combat. What is what it feels like. Like all of these rewards, all of this whatever is to get you better at combat. Want to play pacifist? Someday I'm gonna play a pacifist.
I wouldn't
That
want to
is
play a
like, and
pacifist
that
just because
and
it's
that's the
hard.
thing that I liked from that's the thing I liked from like Wild Beyond the Witchlight that they never expanded on in any other fifth edition thing was like the chance to do a pacifist run that you could complete this entire campaign without any combat happening.
No, the Fallout New Vegas design route.
And I'm like, I find that interesting because it's just like, yes, that allows all of this stuff. Like you can rack your brain even harder instead of going, what can I do in the strategy to win this combat? Of what can I do to ensure that no combat happens? And yes, I really fucking hate you laughing at that. I won't even try to make a fucking pun.
It was
You
good though.
ass.
I still do want to run World of Darkness for you guys. Not World of Darkness, the other one, Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
I'm
So I
down. I
would.
would like to.
As
I
I've
would.
said to many of your recommendations, Vagabond, I'll play it. I'm not running it.
No, I have Monster of the Week ready.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the end of this
I
bad
will
boy.
happily play it. I'm sure Patat would happily be a part of it too.
Um, But yeah, I have World of Darkness. I don't have with my life as crazy as it currently is, and only gets crazier the later end of the year. I do not have the mental capacity to teach people how to play World of Darkness. Unfortunately,
It's such a crazy system now.
Yeah.
It was easier a few editions ago.
I mean, we would be just using Vampire the Masquerade because it's easier that way.
Oh, thank God.
But I do eventually want to do that. But Monster
I'll
of the
play
Week,
Vampire the Masquerade. I will play Werewolf. I refuse to play Mage.
how dare you?
Mage.
Anyways, but yeah, I do have a Monster of the Week on deck, at least a couple weeks.
All right. Let me know. I will be
Looking forward
settling
to it.
into my new place for gods, I don't know how long. It depends on what the economy looks like.
So to St. Louis.
No. I need to
No.
visit first to see if I can tolerate it.
Come
The
to
problem was I
Memphis.
was last weekend I drove up there and it was my nephew's party and I was at my sister's house for it and it was 100 degrees outside and I was like, "Oh, I'm really hot. I'll drink some seltzers." And then I drank a few seltzers. I'm like, "Oh, now
Yeah.
I'm bloated and hot." And my mom like was texting me afterwards saying, "Oh, I hope that you're feeling better. I know you're probably so depressed with all the movement." But I was like, "No, Mom, I was bloated and hot." Like,
Humidity is gonna kill Lev.
yeah, like
I
that's the
can
thing
fly down
it
to
is.
St. Louis for $250. Oh,
Yeah, it's like I
You
don't.
go to Memphis and die here from the humidity.
Yeah, after that it's just like, oh, I don't think I can do that thing. I think I need to stay on the coast. I just don't think it's possible. I'll visit. You just gotta
Oh yeah.
you guys gotta let me know with like enough lead time to book a hotel and tickets and stuff. I don't know. I'll come down.
I mean, I can set you up an air mattress.
No. Y'all have kids or pets. I want nothing to do with that. I would like a nice quiet hotel room to go to at the end of the night.
Get away. To run. To flee.
Yeah, I don't think you want to cuddle with Dagger at nighttime.
Nope.
Attitude.
Yeah, but I have Monster of the Week prepped for when this campaign is over. I won't do it before. I'm too busy.
Well, Thur will need some like lead time and stuff for setting up the next one, anyways. So
What am I gonna play next time? Well, to be fair, I gotta wait until we figure out what we're playing.
We need to run Draw Steel. I think that it's most likely going to be Draw Steel. One of the reasons I'm thinking of another game is that I'm dissatisfied with the speed and some of the direction of DC-20, but I really like the skeleton and like some of the base ideas. Like, I really like how in DC-20 the martial classes all have a different way to build and then spend stamina to do cool shit. I don't like how the casters start with a mana pool and can only refresh it during a long rest. Like, it's you have such a cool idea and then you're not using it for half the classes, and I think that's a waste. So
Yeah, that's fair.
and then a bunch of other just little weird nitpicky things where it's just like I like the core concept and the base conceit, but I think that you could have built something much better on top of it instead of what's currently there. So like that was the impetus, is just like I could probably also design this faster than what the speed they're currently going at in a way that I would prefer. Like, why don't I just do that? And I was like, but then the issue would be, how do we do that if we're an online only thing and like we wouldn't have a VTT for it? Like, we need to design one. And Thur's like, well, I do software stuff. And I'm like, oh, do you?
Yeah, I was just
Thur, I
that's
was
his
just
whole
bitching. You
job.
have just given me a solution to my bitching. What have you done?
That's his whole job.
Yeah. So.
I'm gonna hop off.
All right,
I'll catch
I'm
you
going to
later.
bed.
Yep. Good night.
Not everybody.
Peace.
yeah.